Hey everybody, it's me, Comic Crack. I was at work today, but we got off early enough that I had the chance to make a trip down to my comic shop. They close at 8 p.m. most days, so I managed to get there kind of a half hour before they shut down, which was great because I've been waiting for a couple of weeks specifically for this book right here, the new Godzilla Rage Across Time miniseries. I know I've talked about the IDW Godzilla stuff before. It's great stuff for the most part. I love that they kind of do just these mini series. I also love that they kind of take a little bit of a different angle. I mean, specifically thinking of Godzilla in Hell, which I really, really enjoyed. I love the idea of a different creative team for each issue, but yet there's still kind of a thread that ties all the issues together, and it's just a mini series. And I think it really keeps in mind what's so fun about Godzilla is just that it's fun stuff, and it should be fun. The movies are a hell of a lot of fun. I don't know, I think they take it in just the right light. So this cover is the variant cover by Matt Frank. I've asked my shop to pull the variant covers each time for me. I've started if I haven't said it before, I think I might have mentioned it recently. I started a subscription box again there, but the rules are a lot more flexible, which is great. So I have this pulled, and then I'm going to pull each of the Young Animal titles. But I love this cover a hell of a lot. I love the regular cover as well by Bob Eggleton, who also did an issue of Godzilla in Hell. His art is fantastic as well, but I really love this cover a lot. So grab that one. I grabbed one off of the shelf as well, and when I brought it up to the counter, they brought my pulls to me. And sometimes what the shop does, I'm sure everybody's shop does it, if you know them well enough, I guess, or maybe they do it for everybody. If there's something that comes in that he thinks I might like, he puts it aside for me as well. So he had put this aside for me. The Aftermath Big Clean by the Mullen Brothers. This is issue number 1 from the Heavy Metal imprint, which I wasn't aware that they had one. And I mean, that's all you need to know right there. Look at that crazy ass shit. That's right up my alley. So it's colorful, it's wild looking. I don't know anything about it. But it looks just fucking mental, which I can appreciate. So I did not hesitate. $3.50 book, which isn't too bad either. What was the Godzilla? $3.99. And then I picked up the beautiful, I love this cover a lot. I love the pink. Paper Girls number 9. And while I was looking on the shelf, I saw they still had Paper Girls number 8. And I didn't recognize the cover, and when I flipped through it, I don't remember reading this one, so I don't think I have it yet. So I grabbed that, and I hope that I'm right about that. But the design on these books is pretty incredible. I think they do a really nice job. Of course, number 2 of Kill or Be Killed by Brubaker, Phillips, and Breitweiser. I loved the first issue quite a bit. I'm always excited when it comes to new Brubaker stuff, especially when he's with Phillips. I know that people had issues with the first with the first one, and I can completely see why, and I totally understand. I just disagree maybe a little bit. I guess, I don't know, I just have faith in these guys, and I know that I haven't liked everything that they've done. Fatale, I wasn't that crazy about. It was probably my least favorite of Brubaker and Phillips stuff, to be honest. I don't know, I just have faith in him as a writer and in them as a creative team that there will be some sort of angle here that we just don't see. Of course, I completely am open to the idea that it might also just not be that great. But I don't know, I'm willing to give anything they do a real fair shake, and I'm along for the ride for this one. So that's number 2. Much to my surprise, they had this. I'm way behind on this issue, on this series rather. I think I've only got the first 2 or 3, or did I even maybe sell them at the last convention? I don't remember. This was just one of the casualties of comic buying that had to fall by the wayside. But when I saw this Tokyo Ghost cover online, I had to have it, and much to my surprise, they had about 4 copies at my shop, which was really exciting. So I didn't hesitate for a moment to pick it up. It's a beautiful, beautiful cover. Really, really like it. And it's something my shop is doing now. The variants are usually priced higher than the regulars, which I always thought was bullshit. And that's why I've never really bought variants, because why the hell would I pay $12 for the exact same comic with a different cover? But they had multiple variants on the shelves that were not bagged and boarded with a different price. They were just the regular cover price. So maybe this marks a turning, because I know upstairs they have a few long boxes that are filled with variant covers that are just sitting there. So maybe they've just come to the point of like, listen, this shit ain't selling. We got to get it out the door. We got to make some money, even if it is just the cover price. Maybe they're not trying to cash in on that aspect of things. So, and then finally, the last book that I got was something that I saw upstairs before. They have, I've told you this a million times now, it feels like, they have boxes and boxes of graphic novels that are marked down to mere pennies. And I was going to pick it up last time, but I was confused by the writing on the back. It's Doom Patrol Volume Number 1 for $9. The cover price was, focus, you're not going to, fine, $26.99 Canadian. So I bought it for $9, which is really fantastic. It's got some damage on the back, but I am not worried about that in the slightest. The interior is beautiful. So I didn't pick it up the first time because I was confused. It says Volume 1 on the side, and then it says collect issues number 19 to 25. So I had talked to Travis about it, and Jared Osborne had responded as well too, but I had already left the shop when I found out the information. Thankfully, it was still upstairs in the box, not touched, so I snatched it up this time. I'm really looking forward to this. This is one of those books that I've always heard about throughout my comic reading life and just never dived into it. Lately with reading Helix Comics and the upcoming Young Animal imprint and revisiting Shade the Changing Man that I have been revisiting Shade the Changing Man that I've been doing lately. I'm really in kind of this era of Vertigo mindset. So I'm quite excited. I'm probably going to start reading it tonight as soon as I'm finished filming here, actually. And I've obviously just heard really great things about it, so I can't wait to dig into this sucker. Right on, everybody. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll talk to you.